Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
Different?
Master, I get the feeling you want my help. Isn't that right? That's what you want, right?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you when you're so helpless like that.
Hä?
Okay, Master, lay it all out.
Was anders war wie die anderen. Fallakte, Mörder.
It's so simple. I see.
Der Uhrenturm war anders, oder? Kann das sein? Der Club? Das Herrenhaus? Bei allem hat er sich was einfallen lassen müssen, wie er das verschleiert. Außer beim Uhrenturm, da ist er einfach nur runtergeklettert, ne?
No, that has nothing to do with the matter at hand.
Yeah, God.
Ja, fuck. Der erste, der Club? Das Herrenhaus war 2, ne?
No, that has not.
Yeah.
Ich habe halt echt keine Ahnung.
No, that has not.
Yeah.
Das Kunstding? Warum der Kunst... Warum das Kunstteil? Was ist denn da anders?
Try to solve it, lickety split.
So verschlossener Raum von anderen Stadt ist der... Frauenleiche?
You can do it.
Im Hinterkopf der weiblichen Leiche hatte einen Gewalt... Ach so, ja.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Tot. Gibt's überhaupt einen Tee? Da unten, oder?
Go, go, go.
Alter, dreh dich mal schneller. Ja, ich hab das halt vergessen gehabt, dass das mit dem Ding ist. Ah, ich kann vorspulen. Das hat halt einfach überhaupt keinen Sinn mit dem ganzen Zeug, ne? Warum so unbedingt Bikini sein muss an dem Strand in dem Fass.
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Jetzt bin ich mal gespannt.
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma.
Oh, ich kann vorspulen. Da ist jetzt halt die Frage, ob der andere Spacko von den Peacekeeper oder ja doch von den Friedenswächtern nicht die umkaut hat und dann den Nailman dazu angestiftet hat, das zu machen.
Here's another obstacle, but it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Scheiße, das sind 3 Türen.
Right.
Achtung, Sense. Warum wurden die Todesursache wie eine Erdrosselung dargestellt? Die Arbeiten eines Nachahmers.
Right here.
Und das kannst du halt auch nur machen,
The
wenn du...
strangulation was faked to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree.
Und du kannst es halt auch nur nachahmen, wenn du genau einen Tathergang weißt, ne? Wer ist denn der Linke?
Among the string of nailman killings, there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains, even after discovering the nailman's identity. So who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed, we need to uncover this imposter's identity.
All right.
Alter, der Einzige, der immer mit am Tatort war, ist halt der andere Spacko da rechts, ne? Das kleine Kind.
Accusing me of being the copycat criminal?
Warum ist das kleine Kind hier drin?
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
Er ist halt echt der Einzige, der genau weiß, was am Tatort passiert ist.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the nailman, and even cooperated with your investigation. And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth!
Was der Junge da mit dabei war, war ja voll daneben. Ja, der Junge geht rum und bringt die Leute um. Er wirkt auch wie ein Künstler, ne? So, also vom Style her halt ein bisschen. Also nicht, dass alle Künstler so aussehen, aber halt... Er wirkt ein bisschen wie so ein Art-Typ halt. Also jetzt nicht mehr, jetzt wirkt er einfach nur wie ein Vollidiot, aber... Oh, auf Steroide.
Why accuse me of being the culprit?
Er wirkt aber die Todesursache wird nicht bekannt gegeben. Durch Erdrosselung und Wunden. Ah ja.
I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
Ah.
I knew it.
Say,
In that case,
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the mailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
And even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? servant could be the copycat.
Ah,
The nut could be the copycat. Anyone could have done it.
nein, können's nicht.
Mystery. The cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the nailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
Master, after him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
The what?
Ich habe es jetzt auch nicht ganz verstanden. Die sensiblen, sinnfreien Phantom?
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit is rather cliché.
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the nailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else.
Naja, und dann hat er Scheiße gebaut und hat es
Ultimately,
genutzt.
he became the nailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! My radar is banging like crazy!
Banging?
Ah, okay. Gerade wollte ich zum Vorspulen drücken, da sind wir schon da gewesen. Ah, da ist wieder das Schloss.
Go away! I won't let you! You have the truth!
Looks like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth! Master, don't let your guard down!
Yeah.
Kommt jetzt wieder der Krieg? Oder eher der Angriff? Der Rambock? Dass die mal alles in den Mund nehmen muss. Wo ist die Hellara eigentlich? Oder Höllara? Gott Shinigami.
Let's do this, Master!
Ich habe halt keine Ahnung mehr, was war.
You will never destroy this fort!
Was war'n?
Damn you!
Ah, Y war's. Ah, okay.
Shut up! Damn this! Stop with your lies! Everything was done by the nailman! I'm not the culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then!
Mit einem Lösungsschlüssel. Geheimer Club. Nee, über Halaras Pforte.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Thanks to Halara's forte, we were able to see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
Time to battle!
Shut up! Stop it! Get away from me! Damn it! Why you? Get away from me! Get away! Get away! Get away! Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene! No clue will help lead you to the culprit! You're never gonna find the culprit! What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered!
Dein Lösungsschlüssel. Ja, der Mitarbeiter der Kunsthalle behauptet, es sei derjenige gewesen, der die Tür aufgeschlossen habe. Aber zu viel Angst gehabt habe, sie zu öffnen. Stattdessen sah er von hinten zu, wie die Person von der Kirche die Tür öffnete. Der Anblick ist auch verstehen, aber wurde farblos umgegangen. Die Person aus der Kirche, auf die sich Mitarbeiter der Kunsthalle bezieht, ist wahrscheinlich der Anbeter.
Polaris post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Polaris post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery's staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit. This is the truth of the case. Huh?
Geht jetzt eigentlich er drauf und der Priester überlebt oder sterben beide?
Master, finish him! Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can!
Ach so, ja, stimmt. Jetzt muss ich ja das alles wieder nachfolgen. Das habe ich auch schon wieder vergessen. Parameter des Kanai-Bezirks. Also 2. Das Verbrechen im Geheimclub. Wo ist der Täter aus dem Raum entkommen? Hä? Ach so, ja, ich muss ja... Ja, Entschuldigung, ich muss erst mit X was auswählen. Der Täter benutzt, um an der Wand hochzuklettern. Nee. Ah, da. Hier. Jetzt zerstört der Täter. Nein! Achso, Gott sei Dank. Schnur, Nagel. Naja, das war das da. Was wurde in die Puppe genagelt? Der Schlüssel. Ja, das sieht man, wie er das alles gemacht hat. Achso, ja, da ist das eine. Wo hat der Schnur ein letztes durchgezogen? Hä? Achso, hoppla. Ja. Hä? Was? Wo hat der die Schnur als letztes durchgezogen? Ach Gott. Nacken der Leiche? Ja. Was hat der Täter am Lüftungsschacht befestigt? Wo hat der Täter die Schnur durchgezogen? So, dann haben wir hier. Hat er benutzt, um eine Wand hochzuklettern? Nägel. Jetzt haben wir eigentlich alles. Das hat der benutzt, um zu entkommen. Eine Strickleiter. Wer ist der Nailman? Achso, und wer ist der Nachahmer? Geheimnis enthüllt. Sehr schön.
Right up, step right up! A series of locked room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nailman? Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know who the Nailman is first. The Nailman is an urban legend of Kanai Ward. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nailman will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamisaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass, and the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. But the proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward.
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma district.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there, and the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it. The throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You've got yourself a locked-room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails in the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Ginma district.
The skank's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Kanai Ward.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara?
Ich hab's mir auch immer gesagt.
Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the nailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The nailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
But the cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the nailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the nailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And someone affiliated with the church.
The priest! You're the nailman!
The copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the first witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the nailman's crimes is...
The worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
Es ist schon gut gemacht, aber das zieht sich ein bisschen viel zu lange. Auch wenn natürlich das Schöne ist, wenn die aufklären nochmal, wie was genau alles gegangen ist.
This is the truth of the case.
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this far thanks to you.
I only kept my part of the deal. You made the right choice hiring me. But I will say one thing. You've taken another step toward being a detective. That much is certain. I, Halara Nightmare, acknowledge you.
Really, Halara? You...
All right, all eyes on Shinigami.
What's about to happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious? It's the moment we've all been waiting for! Time to boom kill the bad guy!
Die mit ihrem Boomkill, Alter.
Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Ruin to the vile mystery labyrinth.
Ah. Das ist so weird einfach, dass wie lieblich ist. Und Shinigami ist sowieso richtig geil. Teilweise nervig, aber es ist ja oft so, dass so nervige Charaktere dann trotzdem witzig sind. Aber trotzdem viel zum Spiel beitragen oder zum Anime oder sonst irgendwas. Das ist so dieses, du nervst, aber ohne dich wär's auch nicht, ohne dich wär's irgendwie anders.